It's
Oh man, I can't even remember what direction
I
it
don't know.
is.
I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know what
Yeah,
but yeah,
geography.
I'm not much strength.
Nah,
Yeah, about 2 hours. Yeah,
yeah, about two. Yeah, up and down, I reckon.
Yeah, it's good. And you said when you moved to Shepparton, were you somewhere before that, or was it just your
Africa.
family that moved here?
Africa. So,
Okay, and were you born at that point?
yeah.
When you moved here?
Yeah. When I moved here to Adelaide?
No,
Shep.
from Africa to
Yeah.
Shepparton.
So I was 6.
Oh, you were 6?
Yeah, so I was 6 when we came to Shep. So I was, in 07. So we moved from Africa to Shep. And then
Where were you in Africa?
Bruh. I can't exactly give you names because I don't really know
No,
myself.
fair.
But we were moving we were one of those. It was during this time. I don't know exactly what was going on, but it was during this time. All I know is that we were somewhere in a refugee camp, and we were moving from refugee camp because it was just civil war going on just everywhere. And all I remember is my dad at one point, I think, was in the army. Yeah, he was in the army as well. So he'd gone off for a couple of years, and then, bro, I think it was all God because the year that he came back from where he was fighting in the war, we got offered a visa to come to Africa. So there was a bunch of people from the refugee camp who were just I don't know if it was random, but all I know is that Australia was giving refuge to a lot of people in that. I don't know if it was just that specific refugee camp or there was others, but all I know is that we got lucky, bro.
Wow. So
they were giving out visas for families, and we were one of the lucky ones, bro. And it's so funny every time my dad tells a story, cause I can't exactly remember, but so on the day that we got the visa, he tells me that he was working, bro. He was hustling, because my dad, he used to sell things.
Okay.
Which is where I think I kind of get my hustle mentality from, to be honest.
Yeah.
So he was out always selling corn, selling this, blah, 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 blah. And I remember the day that he got the visa got approved, and they were like, all right, cool. In a week's time, you guys are out of here. And so when he got that, somebody came to him, he was at his station where he was selling at the local market. So he gets the news, and immediately he tells us, he just drops everything. He runs home, tells my mom, hey, it's done.
Yeah.
We're out of here, bro. Literally, the thing that he does next, he goes off everything that we own in Africa, because they told us, all you need is just clothes, let's go. And we didn't really have much clothes, just what we had on. So he goes off, sells the land that we had, the house that we had, everything that we had in the house, just gives it away to the family. And he just all the money that he had, because obviously it was going to be useless when he came in, all the money that we had, bro, he just went off, killed a cow, just had barbecue for the whole family, and just told him, this is it, we're gone.
Wow.
It's crazy, bro.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
So how long were you bouncing between refugee camps?
Yeah, I was a child. I wouldn't really.
It was a long time
ago, bro.
Was you mentioned the Civil War? Was that the reason for wanting to leave?
Yeah, that's the reason why everybody wanted to leave. I don't know the politics behind it, but all I know is bro, there was this massive war going on. I think it was during an election time, and there was both sides. I think there was 2 camps, and they were just going at it, and I think they had spread to where we were living, so we had to seek asylum elsewhere. So there's refugee camps that were just planted all around from people, I think from Australia, European countries as well. So
yeah. And then how did you end up in Shepparton?
That's it.
Shepparton's just a random place to end up.
Nah, so I think so. I don't know what they're called, but there's people that are designated to help people when they come from
asylum seekers.
Yeah, asylum seekers or migrants. So I don't know
the terminology, but
yeah, I don't know what the proper term. I think there's a proper term for them. It's just people just volunteer just to help out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we were when we came, we landed. We didn't land in Shep. We landed in Melbourne, and then we got driven to Shep. And then after a while, we realized we were in Shep. There was this white lady that used to come to our house all the time, bro. She just help us out, but we knew no English. I remember when my dad is telling me the only English he knew was yes and Coca-Cola. Because
what more do you need?
Exactly, bro. And so everything they would ask him all the time, just yes. What do you want to eat? Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. What do you want to eat? Coca-Cola. What do you want to eat? Coca-Cola. So, but now we went to Melbourne, and then there was like I think there was like a group or an organization based in Shep that was just their sole purpose was to just help out everybody that was coming, blah blah blah, and just helping us out like that. And I'm pretty sure there's a oh my gosh, why am I forgetting this? An organization that I didn't work for, but I was part of. It's called ARA. I don't know if you know about it.
It's called ARA. Is that
Australian Refugee Association?
Yep.
Yeah. So we did some stuff with them when I was in high school. So it's kind of the same thing as what they had in Shep. They just help people who are asylums. They come here, just help them like find jobs. Just.
So did your family host some other people coming over?
No. We were. That organization helped us.
Oh,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
It's been a crazy life.
Yeah, that's great. And did you know when you and your family came over from Africa? Were there other people that came over that you knew? Did you?
I didn't know anyone.
Or your family? Or?
My parents did, yeah. My parents,
they had
people that
come over?
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
there's people that we still see right now. They're like, oh, remember me from Africa? I'm like, I was 6, man.
I don't remember anything from when I was 6.
Yeah, exactly,
That's
bro.
crazy.
We go to events and my parents are like, oh, come shake hands with this guy. He knew you as a kid. I'm like, bro, I've never seen you in my life, but hey, respect.
Yeah, respect. And then why the move to Adelaide?
Because there wasn't, the move was because, so we're Burundians, right? And I think we were in Shep for about 2-3 years until we realized, bro, we don't have any of our people here. Like literally, there's no one in Shep.
No, there wouldn't be here.
Nah, I think the closest like people that we really had were Congolese, and that's where I kind of picked up their language that I speak, Swahili. But then my parents were like, bruh, all the people that came from Africa, they all landed in Adelaide. All the Burundians, anyways. They're like, what are we doing here? We don't know nobody here. We're in this foreign country. We don't know nobody. At least if we move to Adelaide, we're going to be closer to people who, we're a bit more relatable to.
Yeah.
So we do that. So.
And what were your parents doing in Shepparton for those 2 or 3 years?
I think my dad, what was he doing, bro? I think it was just working at factories because he had no qualifications, bro. Like yeah. My mom was just looking after us.
Yeah, of course. It's such a large family.
100%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a wild story, actually. That's a lot. That's special though. Yeah, it's a special story.
Of course, man. I think that's why I respect my parents a lot, man. Cause,
it's tremendous,
bro. Just like all the parents, like who came from Africa, and just like not even Africa, just like all the other countries that had war and they had to seek asylum, bro. Like you hear about all these stories about like this one time when my dad he was home, bro, and he tells us all the time. Obviously, I'm not ashamed. It's where I came from. Like he tells us, he's like, look, I think the reason why I appreciate my family, and my parents was because he told me this one story where like it was raining, and obviously we're in Africa, bro, in Burundi, one of the poorest countries in the world, and we're living under like a mud house. Now this house is stood up by like figs and like just like sticks that we just found around. So that's holding it up. And then he tells us like, bro, sometimes in the winter when the rain's coming down, like literally the best thing, like my dad would be like laying down, and then my mom would be under, and then I would be under that, just so we can be protected, because obviously if we go out, bro, we're gonna get sick. So to stop the house from falling, that's the only support that we really had, bro.
Wow.
So when I hear stories like that, I'm like, bro, damn, man. I like, it's hard to repay a debt like that, to be honest. As a kid, I probably wouldn't have understood what was going on, but now growing up, looking back at it, I tend to appreciate life more and appreciate them more, and just gotta do the best I can, because at the end of the day, bro, I think the greatest thing you could ever do in life as a child is to, bro, just repay your parents back, bro.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying, because something like that, I imagine looking at it, you might almost be thinking like, how can I repay that back? Like that's so massive,
bro. 100%. That's why I just can't let myself spiral down whatever, like, I don't know, evil, bad things that are out here being set by the devil. So
And do your parents enjoy in Adelaide? They enjoy.
Oh
their time here? They like
yeah.
it?
They love it now. So
And were you when you were saying when you moved here because there weren't many of your people in Shepparton? Did you enjoy that? Was that the case when you moved to Adelaide?
when we moved to Adelaide, yeah, immediately. Like
Much better.
we found them. Yeah, like we found them, and like in Shepparton, like I was saying, how I told you that I used to go to white church. That's the white church I used to go to.
Yeah.
So imagine some white people everywhere, bro. Like, I'm not bashing white people, but it's like it's a big change, man. You come from this country where it's like literally just your people, you are the norm, but then you come into this country and you see all these pale people, and you're like, what the hell? I never seen this in my life, bro.
The fuck is that?
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's chaos.
So you see all that, and bro, you're like, it's a big change, man. But we're obviously here now, and a lot more people have come over since all those years. So
is firstly, have you been back since to Africa?
No, but I want to, bro.
You haven't?
No.
Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Oh my gosh, like we were supposed to go end of year 12, 2020, but that's when COVID hit.
Oh,
just
no,
because I think COVID hit like around term 3, 4.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking about the trip.
I know I ruined my whole year 12.
Bro, I know. Like, we were planning, so it's supposed to be, my dad's been back a couple of times.
Okay.
But, I was waiting, year 12, pump, boom,
and
COVID.
So were you going to go back with him?
Yeah.
Just two of you?
Yeah, just two of us.
That would be beautiful.
And then eventually, the whole family was going to come as well.
Yeah.
Just to say hi, what's up, blah, blah, because it's been many years. Many years. But, bro, COVID hit, and that kind of just set everything back, so... It's a drag.
Yeah, that's tough. But on the horizon, something to look at.
If I could right now, I'd go. Cause like I know I've got a couple of friends who've been back and they tell me, bro, it's the most beautiful place.
Yeah.
Like, screw what the social media is and like the media is always trying to do to Africa. Obviously, every single country in the world has its like upsets and downfalls and like bad sides.
Yeah.
Like even
every country does.
Even Australia, bro. There's places where you go and you're like, bro, I can't believe people actually live like this, and like, oh man. But besides that, there's beautiful parts of Africa that just don't get shown enough, and bro, it's a bad representation. Africa, I think a lot of the time does get like a bad representation.
You think?
I believe that, bro. Anyways, from what my friends tell me, it's like, bro, there's places where you go, they look futuristic, man.